Sayın Başkan, Sayın Yargıçlar, Mahkemenizi
Honorable judges of the European Court of Human Rights, I would like to salute you with respect and express my trust in your court. First point, we're here before the court for the liberty of the Europeans. The decision declared by the Second Chamber on the 17th of December 2013 represents Europe's tradition. It represents Europe's heritage of liberty. We fully defend this decision because it takes freedoms and liberties under protection and guarantees them. It allows for freedom of expression, because freedom of expression means liberty for different, even deviating opinions. And freedom is needed for those who oppose the status quo. The Giordano Brunos were subject to a witch hunt and finally burned because they criticized established opinions. If circulating opinions or prejudices cannot be discussed, then there is no freedom. We need to make sure that we rid ourselves from the negative effects of judgments, opinions, which date back to the First World War. The consciousness, the thinking of the Europeans about the events of 1915 should not be surrounded and besieged by prohibitions. Let us secure the freedom to access the truth. The Second Chamber of the ECHR has stated that qualification and opinions regarding the events of 1915 are very much disputed. The acting patriarch of Turkey's Armenians, Mr. Aram Ateşyan and Archbishop Nishanyan, have held speeches this month. In their speeches, both have discussed the negative effects surging from certain Turkish and Armenian circles who see themselves as victims and constantly create the other as the oppressor. Both of these speakers underline the role of external powers in this situation. We share this view. We have declared our opinion that the events of 1915 do not fit into the legal definition of genocide, and we supported our thesis with a scientific argumentation. We presented to the Swiss court endless Russian and Armenian documents. They totaled 90 kilos. We based our argumentation on Russian reports and court judgments, on books of Armenian statesmen and official reports of Armenian military officers, on testimonies of German generals. You may agree or not agree with our views, but it is the duty of European justice to protect our freedom to say it. Second point, genocide is a judicial definition. As a scientist who was taught theory of the state and civil rights at the Faculty of Law of the University of Ankara, I would also like to point out that genocide is indeed a legal definition. My position has always been that while there have been mutual massacres between people and forced deportations at the time of the Ottoman Empire, the Ottoman authorities were not motivated by an intent to destroy the Armenian community as a whole. Having said that, I always shared the pain of our fellow Armenian citizens. You cannot find one single word spent in my life that contains animosity against the Armenians. On the contrary, I always felt heart to heart with them, always acknowledged, underlined their contribution to our common life and culture. I always held the great powers at the time responsible of what happened, never the Armenians. And with this rhetoric, with this discourse, we also protected our own Armenian citizens. Point 3. Let us protect peace and brotherhood in Europe and Turkey. In Europe, the accusation of the Armenian genocide has turned into a taboo. It's turned into a tool to discriminate against Turkish people, to humiliate Turks. Today, Turks and Muslims are the black people of Europe. let also the oppressed ones defend themselves. And I underline that the Armenians are part of the oppressed, so let them speak as well. Their right to speak is the best guarantee for the development of tolerance and brotherhood in Europe. Therefore, with its judgment in favor of freedom of expression, the European Court of Human Rights will also have condemned speeches of hatred. We're here to defend peace and brotherhood in Europe and in Turkey. Thank you.